Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session of Saturday Talk by JanyuTech. Today we have Dr. Balvir Talwar ji for today's session. A brief introduction of Dr. Balvir ji. Dr. Balvir ji, ex-executive director of BHL, is a profound author and ex-ED of BHLSL. Hails from a humble, spiritually inclined middle-class family where daily yagna is performed. He imbibed the essence of Vedic philosophy in childhood through interactions with saints visiting their home frequently. With an excellent academic record and active participation in extracurricular activities, he graduated in mechanical engineering, followed by an MBA. As the first PhD scholar in management from IIT Roorkee, he brings in a unique blend of academic rigor and practical wisdom to his work. With over 30 years of experience at a large public sector company, that is BHL, today he is going to speak on indefinite leadership. Over to you, Balbir sir, from here. Thank you so much.
So thank you, and it is my proud pleasure that I am once again with JanyuTech, and your invite is really a good opportunity for me to share some of my thoughts. So you have already shared about me. So apart from that, I am also a regular visiting faculty to various industries as well as institutions and IIT Roorkee. So just last week, this book, Infinite Leadership, has been launched by Director IIT Roorkee in a program organized by the Department of Management Studies. So it was a very nice program which went on, and it has got a lot of media coverage in the digital mode as well as then the social media also. So this book I am dedicating to Professor Mahavir Agarwal, who had been my inspiration for PhD as well as he was my mentor. Unfortunately, he's no more with us, and he left this world in March this year. He had been vice chancellor to several universities. So as just informed that my books, these are the 5 books of the corporate transformation series which I have written after my retirement. So while writing one by one each book, I was not aware that in which direction it is leading. But when I completed my 5th and final book, I realized that it is the entire transformative journey from self-awakening to become an infinite leader. And I will be just sharing in brief what is there in these books, and then I will come to the infinite leadership. So these books are a story, non-fiction story, but having the real life experiences. Though each book is complete in itself, but yet these books are in continuum. So as I understand, there are many IITians who are there in your company, and so this is a story of an IIT graduate, Aryan, in the first book which started, and he continued till the last book. So he was, as most of the IITians are, career focused, bound to work in USA and Western countries. Most of the people go there. And then during COVID, he had a setback, a big setback, when he loses his parents, and he come back to India under depression, goes to Himalayas, and there his journey starts for the awakening, and then he transforms completely. Career oriented, careers focused boy become something different, and what he became, that comes in the second book, Unleash Your Limitless Excellence. When he reaches back to New York, he started spreading excellence in his personal, family, social and professional life. He marries to Shruti, and they practice restraint, meditate, follow Vedic rituals and invoke a divine soul to become their son, having a golden aura. Now in this book, let me share that I have got 360-degree experience in promoting the excellence, because in BHL I have coordinated for many years for the business excellence initiatives. First in my unit, Haridwar, where 13,000 employees were working at that time, though now number has reduced a lot. And then in the entire company, I was pursuing these goals. Apart from this was the what I did in my company. Then country, I was the member of the CII team and audited more than 10 years various organizations for the business excellence. And academically, I have put 16 international papers on business excellence. My research was also related to the business excellence model. I have guided PhD also in the business excellence and reviewed many papers on business excellence. So I got the 360-degree experience in this, and all those experiences have come out in the second. So once he brings his company to the excellence, then the third book comes, the Empower Limitless Vision. So when we move ahead in the excellence journey, what happens that we need to prepare a vision for the company and enlighten the company with that. So here the spirituality in work life has been displayed in a big way to evolve the company's vision as well as the functional vision of each function like finance, HR, quality, design, each function, their visions have come out. One beautiful thing in this book is that we have also each function's vision related that function with some deity. Like finance is related to goddess Lakshmi. So that vision reflects what is the qualities of goddess Lakshmi. Similarly, if I say about the quality, so Lord Vishkarma comes there. If I speak of HR, so Bhagwan Ram comes there. And interestingly, when I have also identified what are the various parameters on which a company can measure the accomplishment of these visions. So it gives that. So one of the Christian professor Mexico, while put his review on Amazon about this book, he said that this book currently looks like to read like a story, but for future leaders, it will be a must read because that is how the word is going to work in future. So my fourth book and fifth book brings out the how the Gayatri mantra helps us, and the fourth book is the Vedic path to infinite motivation. It goes for the selfless service. How can give you more than asking the employees to give them, like quality of life and work excellence. So generally what happens that employees wants quality of life and management wants work excellence. But if the things reverse, that employees are giving work excellence themselves and management is giving quality of life themselves, then the things become much easier. Then this gives the holistic view of the Gayatri meditation and success. And next book is in continuum of that, which leads to how can we live a blissful success. Because success we can get, but then that will not give us happiness. So we have to focus on the blissful success. And it blends the Vedic insights and modern leadership sciences together. So what is there in this? In this book, there are 4 sections. So the first is the master your motivation. Now in the master your motivations, there is a workshop of the leaders in which all kind of motivation theories have been discussed, which are available, and how these theories are related to spirituality and the insights of Gayatri Mantra has come out in the next, that is the lead team leaders in this chapter, and it is also in the workshop. So these are the 2 big workshops. Then the in fact the Achieve Blissful Success is also a workshop, and the third part of the book where a discussion mode we have evolved the how can we inspire greatness with divinity? Now, as you are seeing that in this picture, I will be giving details of this. So these are the boons of Ved Mata Gayatri. So these are the 7 boons which I have covered in the great details and brought out the leadership metrics for the infinite leadership. Now these 7 boons covers all the motivation theories prevalent and goes much beyond that. Now if we take each of these boons, like when we talk about the Ayu or the longevity, what does it mean? Ayu means that we need to focus on the long term decisions. We should focus that my employees are staying with the company for a long term. My suppliers remain with us for a long term. My customers should come back again and again to me. My results are sustained, my profits are sustained. So everything should remain sustainable. So how to sustain the company and how to sustain all the stakeholders, that comes in the IU. Now if we are sustaining these, that is not enough, because you have but you don't have the working relationship, you don't have the good relations, happiness. So the second is the pranam, the vital energy. That means flow should be maintained. Like in human body, we say that as long as my breath is continuing, so that is makes the incoming breath and outgoing breath, and that should be maintained. And if we are controlling that, then we can get lot of energy. And this is what people are saying from the pranayam and yoga. They are getting this energy. For business, it is the cash flow. So how the cash is continuously flowing in the business and not stucking up. So that energy is coming to it. And similarly, in our relationship, there should be a continuous dialogue. In fact, when we are there in relationship, so the vital energy flows only when there is a continuous communication. So that communication should continue, and we are interactive. So then only there will be the pran. Otherwise, we know each other. Okay, yes, this man is there. So what? But there should be a communication with your suppliers, with your customers, with your employees, with your colleagues, with your family, with your social circle, everyone. So that is the pranam. So once I was looking for this Prime Minister Shram Awards. So BHL Hardwar, I was coordinating for one person who was awarded with the Shram Bhushan Award, which is equivalent to Padam Vibhushan. So that was the first time BHL got that award, and it was in the year 1995. I was coordinating for that, and the person was awarded. So I went to my general manager, said everyone was so happy. Chairman visited Haridwar specially for congratulating the team and everyone. A big press conference was done, and when everything was celebrations completed, then my general manager called me. He said, "Look, Mr. Talwar, we have won this award. That is great, but I want to see a situation that when neither I will be there, ना मैं होऊंगा ना आप होगे, लेकिन इसी तरह से हमारी कंपनी को इस तरह के पुरस्कार मिलते रहे." So that comes the legacy. That how a leader is leaving his legacy. That becomes very critical, and that comes in the third prajan. That we have to leave the legacy, and legacy comes when we are following certain value system, and all are practicing that value system in the organization, whatever values we have fixed. I have studied more than 100 business excellence models globally, but found that practicing values have come only as a lip service. This is where we are lacking in our initiatives. So a company will, I am so happy that your company is practicing this Saturday talk as a value. So whosoever remain, this value should continue. That is the legacy you can leave for the people to follow. And coming to the fourth dimension for inspiring greatness is the wealth, Pashun. Now, Pashun covers not only wealth but all the resources as well. So when we are working for it, we have to generate the resources and we have to provide the resources so that whatever initiatives we have taken, they should continue and continue with happiness. And the people who are continuing it should feel proud in that. So that is the point where we have to provide all kind of resources, be it manpower, be it infrastructure, be it your travel or any kind of things or the learning opportunities. So all those resources are required, and that is the Pashu. Because Pashu gives us comfort. So how can we give the maximum comfort? That comes here. And next comes the Kirtim, or glory or the respect. So these are the leaders who will get the respect. Now you will say that every leader gets the respect, but one respect is which is coming due to your position, due to your chair. Here the respect means the respect which is coming from inside, from inner way, that they love you and respect you for your knowledge, for your help, for your support, for the your communication, for the your knowledge, all those things, the respect which is coming from within, so which is going out in every corner, that kind of kirti is required. And the next is the Dravinam, that you are getting the riches. And the riches are not one, but lot of money, lot of reserves, so you can expend any time. Like you see that India has got a maximum foreign exchange reserves, and now we are buying gold and creating the reserves. So that is making our country richer. So how we can create that riches? How can we allow our people to live a lavish life? So those things are coming in the Dravinam, that all kind of riches we are getting. And the last and not the least is the Brahmvarchas. Now the Brahmvarchas means that we have got the entire knowledge, and this knowledge is most important for us, because without knowledge we cannot do anything, and when someone gets the knowledge, he achieves the highest level of motivation. Now, how can we say that these seven are covering the entire gambit? So, I would say that Gayatri Mantra is known as Ved Mata, the mother of Vedas. Or Gayatri Mantra comes in the Vedas 6 times. यजुर्वेद में 4 बार आया, सामवेद में 1 बार आया और ऋग्वेद में 1 बार आया. Now what about अथर्ववेद? अथर्ववेद को कहते हैं the Veda of science, the Veda of विज्ञान. यहाँ पर how can we use the knowledge which we have acquired in the other 3 Vedas? That because Atharvaveda came in the last of all the 4. First was the Rig Veda, followed by Yajurveda. Rig Veda is the entire knowledge. Yajurveda is all actions. Samveda is for the Upasana, and Atharvaveda is Vigyan. So in Atharvaveda, one hymn comes, Om Stuta Maya Varda Ved Mata Prachodayanta Pavamani Dijana. That we are praying to the Ved Mata Gayatri, who has purified the intellect or buddhi of all the Dvijana, means who are taken joyous birth, Brahmins. So the knowledgeable persons, we can say that even scientists, the researchers. So what it gives, then it says Om Suta Maya Varda Ved Mata Prachodayanta Pavmani Djanam Ayum Pranam Prajan Pashun Kirtim Dravanam Brahmavarchasam. So that this Ved Mata is giving all these 7 things. Mayam Dattva Brajti Brahmalokam. And all these things take you to the moksha or the spiritual abode where I have reflected the Om in the center. So this is the divine, this is not created by me. This is something divine which is coming out. And these 7 colors are indicating our 7 chakras. I am not going in those details. But the colors of 7 chakras is also reflected here. So it is going in that sequence only. So what are the initial signals that you are becoming a infinite leader? जब आप इन सबको पढ़ें करें इन सब चीज़ों को, मैं कल ही अपने एक फ्रेंड के साथ बैठा हुआ था and he is a hotel owner and he was also a contractor. So I was discussing this thing. वो कहने लगे यार इसमें से बहुत सारी चीजें तो मेरे में हैं. मैंने कहा हाँ है, आई एग्री. तो क्या चीजें हैं जो इनिशियल सिग्नल से आपको मिलेंगे इसमें? दैट इफ यू आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द इनफाइनाइट लीडरशिप, आपकी ईगो धीरे धीरे खत्म होने लगेगी. आप अपनी ईगो को छोड़ देंगे और ग्रेटर गुड के लिए कार्य करेंगे. यू विल ट्रांसफॉर्म योर चैलेंजेस इनटू ग्रोथ, जैसे मोदी जी कर रहे हैं. जो भी चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं उनको ग्रोथ की अपॉर्चुनिटी में चेंज कर. इंस्पायर अदर्स टू अनलीश देयर लिमिटलेस पोटेंशियल. आप कितना इंस्पायर करते हैं लोगों को कि वो अपने पोटेंशियल, फुल पोटेंशियल को एक्सप्लोर करें. हाउ यू इंटीग्रेट टाइमलेस विजडम इनटू द करंट एरा, जो उनको जोड़ने लगेंगे. एंड स्लोली शिफ्टिंग योर फोकस फ्रॉम शॉर्ट टर्म गेन्स टू द लास्टिंग इम्पैक्ट. जैसे भगवान राम ने कहा कि मेरे को राज्य नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को उसका पूरा का पूरा इम्पैक्ट चाहिए, और आज भी हम उनको याद करते हैं. तो हम कैसे अपने शॉर्ट टर्म गेन्स को छोड़ देंगे और फोकस करेंगे कि जिससे सबका भला हो. व्हाट मोर इज देयर इन दिस बुक एंड व्हाट आर द न्यू टीचिंग्स? सो दिस बुक आल्सो आइडेंटिफाइज द नैरो गेन्स आई हैव डिस्कस्ड, लॉन्ग टर्म सक्सेस. देन it fords deeper insights like कुंभ मेला. कुंभ मेला में 66 करोड़ लोगों ने स्नान किया विदाउट एनी इन्विटेशंस, विदाउट एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स. आप मार्केटिंग के लिए इतना वर्क करते हैं, पर क्या इतने लोग आते हैं, इतने कस्टमर्स आते हैं? वहां तो कस्टमर ही थे ना वो गंगा जी के. देन इट ब्रिंग्स आउट द वैदिक इकोनॉमिक सप्लाई एंड डिमांड मैट्रिक्स. अभी तक जो हमारी इकोनॉमी चल रही है वो चल रही है कि कभी सप्लायर ने कुछ आइटम रोक दिया, कभी कस्टमर की जय हो गई. बट व्हेन सप्लाईज आर इन अबंडेंस, डिमांड इज इन अबंडेंस, लाइक अवर मोबाइल फोन्स, तो कस्टमर का क्या बिहेवियर होगा, उस एरा में हम कैसे वर्क करेंगे? सो द कस्टमर एक्सपेक्टेशन हायरार्की इज आल्सो कमिंग. देन कम्स द डिवाइन लेसन्स फ्रॉम द मदरली लीडरशिप. एंड व्हाट इज दैट? गौ माता से हमने क्या सीखा? क्योंकि हम गौ माता कहते हैं, गंगा माता कहते हैं, गायत्री माता कहते हैं. इनसे क्या लीडरशिप से के लेसन्स आ रहे हैं जो इनफाइनाइट लीडरशिप. देन ऋग्वेद में निकाला गया यूनिवर्सल मॉडल ऑफ गवर्नेंस, कैसे उस गवर्नेंस को प्राप्त किया जाए. एंड व्हाट इज द अल्टीमेट, द राम राज्य, द पिनेकल ऑफ ब्लिसफुल सक्सेस. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स व्हिच आर कमिंग इन दिस बुक. आई कैन एलोबरेट दीज थिंग्स आल्सो कि कैसे ये है. जैसे यूनिवर्सल मॉडल ऑफ गवर्नेंस क्या कहता है? इट फोकसेस ऑन दैट देयर शुड बी 3 बॉडीज. वन बॉडी इज ऑफ द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव बॉडी, जो हमारी है एग्जीक्यूटिव. सेकंड बॉडी इज लर्निंग बॉडी, जो प्रमोट करेगी लर्निंग को, विद्या सभा. एंड द थर्ड बॉडी इज न्याय सभा, जुडिशरी हमारी. अनफॉर्चुनेटली जब हम ट्रबल में होते हैं तो what is the first casualty I have seen in my experience? First casualty is the learning. सबसे पहले ट्रेनिंग का बजट 0 कर दिया जाता है जब कंपनी ट्रबल में आती है. And that is the biggest blunder being done by so many companies. क्योंकि That is the time when we should focus maximum on the learning. और जो यूनिवर्सल मॉडल ऑफ गवर्नेंस है जो कि ऋग्वेद से निकला है और जिसको स्वामी दयानंद ने निकाला था इसे, दैट इज ये तीनों बॉडीज जो हैं ये इन पर इक्वल फोकस होना चाहिए. हमारी इन बॉडीज में डिसबैलेंस है, हमारे यहाँ एग्जीक्यूशन पे ज्यादा फोकस रहता है, लर्निंग पे कम होता है. और तीसरे तो ऑडिटर्स हैं, न्याय वाले हैं, वो तो अपने पॉइंट्स देते ही रहेंगे, न्याय करते रहेंगे. लेकिन जब इनमें दोनों में विकार आ जाता है तो उसको दूर करने का कार्य सिर्फ लर्निंग विद्या सभा ही कर सकती है. ये तीनों का एक दूसरे पर इंटरडिपेंडेंस है. दिस मॉडल प्रोवाइड्स हाउ वी कैन live in a happy way without any bias. Similarly, जब हम देखते हैं माँ गंगा को तो वो गंगोत्री गोमुख से चल करके गंगा सागर तक जा रही है और लास्ट तक कितने लोगों को प्योरिटी, प्रॉस्पेरिटी और मोक्ष दे रही है. ऐसे वैल्यू सिस्टम इसमें फॉलो हो रहा है. वो सारी की सारी चीजें जो है गंगा में, गौ माता में हम कहते हैं 33 करोड़ देवी देवताओं का निवास है. वो 33 करोड़ नहीं है, उसको 33 कोटि कहते हैं. और 33 कोटि मीन्स 33 टाइप्स ऑफ देवता. ना गौमूत्र में कहते हैं किसका निवास है, हमारे जो दवाई की धन्वंतरी जी का निवास है. गाय के गोबर में लक्ष्मी जी का निवास है. तो ये सारे के सारे जो हैं ये सिग्निफिकेंट पॉइंट्स दिए गए हैं कि क्या से हमारा करना चाहिए, इसके ऊपर हमें क्या काम करना चाहिए फर्दर. This is a subject which needs a lot more to be done. I have just put a iota in this book. There, in each of these topics, there is a scope of huge work to be done. I have just started something to be done. So there are already 4 reviews on Amazon, and one of the reviews by an author who has written 35 plus books. वो कहते हैं कि this book is transformational guide for evolved leaders and offers a powerful blend of the inner clarity and leadership wisdom. It helps you understand what truly drives a lasting motivation and how to influence others from a place of purpose. So designed for those who lead leaders, it connects spiritual awareness with practical leadership skills. Together with the other titles, it completes a full circle guide for leading with vision, balance, and deep impact.
Dr. Talwar, Acharya this side.
Hanji.
I can only say that if infinite leadership is understood by people across the board, then it's a cutting edge lesson for all future leaders.
Yeah.
It's my understanding from your talk. Rest, after reading, I can come out with my specific questions. But having read some of your other 4 books, this is the conclusion, this is the comment that I am making at this moment, that it's a source of cutting edge knowledge for future leaders. That's all this your composition will give, provided people have the patience to read it, and along with that read rest of the 4 treatises. Thank you, Dr.
Yeah. So basically, as you rightly mentioned, the focus coming from, we always as leaders focus on the performance, but this book says you have to lead not only for performance but move yourself from performance to purpose. And I am bringing some articles, small articles, 5-minute articles on this inspiring greatness. So first article is already published in the medium.com.
I am retired from ISRO. My name is Mohan Velu. Your lecture is very enlightening. You have successfully integrated the modern management and the ancient knowledge available in the ancient text. So that is a good approach. I'm sure that this will inspire people to go more detail into these aspects. But during your course of lecture, you have mentioned one important point, that is execution versus learning. So any organization, whether it's a private or public, People are mostly concentrating more on execution rather than the learning aspect because of the various constraints, project execution, milestones, and other things. Therefore, whenever resources are available surplus resources available, like what Dr. Abhimanyu Raja mentioned, probably some of it may be dedicated or made it available to this kind of requirements like learning in the organization, because that will be some kind of a long-term investment to the company as well as to the people. Thank you.
You are right, sir. Let me share one of my experiences. Out of 38 plus years of service in BHL, I had one boss, Mr. S.K. Jain, who was really great, and his period of service is being remembered by many of my colleagues. The reason being, his style for the learning was much different. What he used to do, despite having the execution pressures to the maximum extent, because during his period, BHL had lot of load and we had to execute all the orders also. And we were in the very tight position, but he used to call the meetings of some 80 or 90 senior officers sitting together for 3, 4, 5 hours and open discussion, brainstorming on certain issues. And in those brainstorming, certain valuable learnings were coming out. Now, some people used to say this is the waste of time, but the others said, no, this is very useful. Moreover, it kept motivating the people a lot. And with that motivation, things which were taking a lot of time got resolved also. So the learning is very, very critical for any organization, and our Veda mantra says itself that we should have to create a learning environment in an organization. Otherwise, it cannot survive. And who will know better than the ISRO and DRDO that what kind of learning environment they have created. Once I visited Tokyo, I was participating in a workshop way back in 2005. There, MD of Samsung came and he said in his session that I have recently recruited 2,000 PhDs just to focus on research so that we could make the best product of the world. So I really still remember his words after 20 years, that the great visionary. So we need to invest in learning, then only things happens. This is, you have raised a really wonderful point. Thank you.